Okay. Is that a PowerPoint, Dr. Han?
Yes.
Okay, I do. So, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, hello, everyone. Welcome to AGU Judges Seminar Webinar, second day. Today, we'll have vaulting, P-bar, and high bar. I am Takeuchi, AGU Main Technical Committee member from Japan. The screen, my name, spelling incorrect. Takeuchi, Takeuchi. Vaulting will be performed in a short time. Also, my presentation in short time, I hope. So it's about vaulting groups. Group 1, single salto vault with complex twist. Like a crawl or Lopez. Next one, please. Group 2, handspring vault with a wizard, simple twist, and all double salt forward. Group 3, handspring, sideways, and Sahara vault with a wizard, simple twist, and all double salt backward. And group 4, round of entry vaults. About the D score, the vaulting is not so much changed. The gymnast must show one vault in qualification, team final, and the all-around final. It's the same. In the qualification for vaulting final and in vault final, must show 2 vaults, which must be from 2 different groups. It's a D-jury file, not changed. About landing, touching with 1 foot or 1 hand, 0.1 deduction. Feet, hands, foot and hand, 0.3 deduction. Landing, directly outside the landing area, 0.3 deduction. It's the same, no change. About line deduction, there will be no line deduction if a gymnast goes past the end of the landing mat. This green circle, it's a normal deduction. And
what's the blender? Red.
Yeah, this one, no deduction. Also one more. This one, no deduction because outside of the landing mat. Okay. Also, this file is same, no difference. Exceeding 25-meter run, 0.5 deduction from the final score, D1 judge. Illegal and invalid vault, score 0. And failure to use vaulting vault safety car for round of entry vault, sometime it will happen, score 0. And repeating first vault in qualification or in vault final, score 0. Repeating first vote group in qualification or in vote final. It's a 2-point deduction. And more than 2 votes performed during the warm-up. It's a 0.3 from the first vote if more than 2 votes performed. And this is the line judge job. Additional run approach 1.0 deduction. Okay, next. About usually first flight phase, we need to check all the execution errors, legs apart, bent knee, ankle. Okay. This picture is the first flight phase of legs. This one legs straight, not apart, ankle, it's okay, no deduction. This picture, legs little bit apart, small deduction. This one, legs apart, like a cartwheel, large deduction. And this one, legs apart 3/10, bent knees 3/10, and ankle. This one maybe trying roche, bent knees, it's large deduction, and legs apart and ankle. About support position, for a bolt performed with a round of half turn, the first flight, it's possible to be deducted in sufficient turn. Normal deduction will be taken as per the table of errors for incomplete twists. About second flight, also we must check the all execution error, legs apart, bent knees, and ankle. Second flight phase, left picture, maybe little bit legs apart. And right one, loose ankle. Left one, legs apart and ankle. Right one, bent knees and ankle. Next. Maybe it's a roche. All of you already knows legs apart more than shoulder wise. So deduction, legs apart, also ankle. Thank you. Incomplete twist about landing. It's the same list. Small error up to 30 degree, medium 31 to 60 degree, large 61 to 90 degree, more than 90 degree, non-recognition. Okay, this picture shows left one, incomplete twist, small error. Middle one, 0.3. Right one, probably it's a large deduction. Okay, here comes 3 exercise about execution. I want this video to work. So, first board, let's begin. 3, 2, 1, coming. Okay, please check. In 30 seconds. Okay, this one, first flight, legs apart, and second flight, bent knees and toes, and landing, preparation not enough, and fall. And I think it is very difficult to judge by video. If it's normal competition, all of you can be a good judge. However, by video, it makes very hard on voting. So next, please. This is my opinion. Deduction 2.0 to 2.4. Okay, second vote. Please check it.
यार हम आप मेरे हिसाब से ना ये गोश्त वाले सेम टाइम नहीं लेते आप गोश्त पहले डाला आपने
Oh, here comes the answer. Okay. First flight, legs apart. Second flight, legs apart, bent knees and ankle, and landing, large hop. In the FIG test, you have to judge and input to the computer. So please be calm. Don't panic. My opinion, that's a 0.6 to 0.8 deduction. And final exercise. Dr. Han, please. Okay. First flight, bent knee, 3/10. Second flight, legs apart and toes, it's possible. And preparation, not enough. So my opinion is 0.8 to 1.0 deduction. Is that okay? thanks in a short time. I would appreciate it if you could confirm the details in FIG course. And I wish you all the best of luck as a result of the FIG Judges examination. Thank you very much. And thank you for your help, Dr. Han.
Thank you very much, Takeuchi Sensei. Thank you very much. And then next, can we start? Deepak Kabra, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, I have shared my screen. Hello, everyone. Thank you, first of all, Takeuchi, for the wonderful presentation on vault, and it was quite short and sweet. And now we'll be working on parallel bars. I'll follow Takeuchi in keeping my presentation very brief and short, especially when parallel bars does not have many changes compared to the previous code of points. So we will be, I will just be covering some rule changes and clarifications. Then we will be looking for some changes in the element values. And then we'll just have practice videos, 5 for difficulty and 5 for execution. Okay. Yeah. So there has been an additional clarification for Fronterprise. This was there in the newsletter in the previous cycle, but now they have added a clarification that it has to be horizontal, the Fronterprise, for no deduction. If it is up to 45 degrees, then you deduct a small, that is 0.1. And if it is below 45 degrees in the Fronterprise, then it has to be a medium deduction, 0.3. And the clarification also says that Fronterprise to else it can also be deducted for lack of amplitude. And it is the same, up to 45 degrees, 0.1, and up below 45 degrees, you deduct a medium deduction. The next clarification is in Tippelt. Actually, it's there is no change, but since many gymnasts perform Tippelt, it was important for the technical committee to come out with the expectations for Tippelt. And they say majorly two things, that it is a swing element and it has to be performed in a continuous movement, and the legs must rise upon regress. So it says that there should not be any dropping of the legs or visible use of strength. And if there is any dropping of legs or interruption in upward movement or visible use of strength, then it will result in execution deduction and possible non-recognition of the element. So I would like to clarify, there is no change, it's only a clarification as such. Next is the basket with turns. This is very important and also very important for the examination, because there is a clarification on, there is a change actually. Basket with turn, earlier even 1/4 turn was, just a minute, I'll just show. Yeah. So if you see, even 1/4 turn was a E part, but now 1/4 turn has been devalued as D part, and it is in the same box as a normal basket. So there is no change in terms of the Tang Habin, which is F value, which is 1/1 turn without any additional held placement. Then basket with half turn or 3/4 turn is E value like before. And if it is quarter turn or just plain basket to handstand, it is D value. So I will show a video for this for better understanding, because this is very important and this is going to affect many routines in the examination. Okay. Yeah, so first video. Here. We'll watch the video again. If you see, this is here. He completes 3/4 turns and then again to handstand. So there is no problem with this because the direction is the same. If you see the orientation of the gymnast, he's come back to the same original position. It is 3/4 turns and it is E value. Next. Yeah, this is again I'll see the video. Here you see, it's clearly a half turn. Okay, so again, no change. It is in the same box as 3/4 turn, E value. Now the next video. Here. So now this is a 1/4 turn, a quarter turn. So this is box 106, which is the same box as basket to handstand and a D value, not E anymore. This is a big change as compared to the previous cycle. We'll see the video again. If you see here, this is just a quarter turn. And if you see, now the gymnast needs one more additional hand placement here. So that's why this is D value. So the typical thing is, now if a gymnast performs a quarter turn basket and then again a basket to handstand, then it is repetition. And this you can see many routines in the examination also where this will occur, and as a judge you will have to give it a repetition and not two separate elements. Okay, as I said, this is going to affect routines from the World Championships, and we have to be very careful. I think this is the single most important change in parallel bars. Okay, now coming up for some new elements, there is front uprise with 3/4 turns, which is an F value. Then there is an backward uprise with a 5/4 salto straddle forward, which is generally a F value because it is from a back uprise position. So these are the two new elements which have been added in the code of points. Then I'll come to elements removed. So important, only handstand has been removed, but the swing to handstand has been retained. So earlier there were either handstand or swing to handstand. Now it is swing to handstand. Only handstand is no more an element. Then salto forward to hang C class, that is removed. There were two shoot to handstand, code box 134 and 136. These have been removed. Then there were 5 elements with circles or flares. So all those 5 elements have been removed because nobody was performing them. So it was a very logical move to remove all those 5 elements. Then these are elements upgrades. Giant swing backward with Damido. So if it is a normal giant swing backward with Damido, it was D class, now it is E. And if it is Damido with an additional quarter or half turn, it is now F. Also, the giant swing backward and salto half turn to hang. It was earlier D in the same block as a upper arm hang. Now it has been upgraded and it is in a separate block. Now it is E class. And all the double salto element dismount from end. So double back salto was B class, now it is C. Double pike was C, now it is D. And double tuck with 1/1 turn was D, now it is E. So double twist was F and it still remains as an F. There is no upgrade for a double twist, but otherwise tuck, pike and 1/1 turn has been upgraded. C, D and E. So nobody was performing, but now we can expect some gymnasts to perform, especially the double pike one, because it is now a D class. Now there are element downgraded. So all salto dismounts with half turn has been downgraded. So it includes, even if a single salto, earlier it was B class, front or back, now it is A class and it is the same box. And the double salto forward half turn was F class, now it is E. And it's, in case of pike, it was G class, DeLorean, now it is an F. Yeah, and these are the only changes. That is it. So parallel bars, as I said, there is not many changes. So now we can have some practice routines. So I'll play the video and then you will have 90 seconds and then I'll show you the solution for that video. Ready? The exercise 1. So yeah, we are doing D. So we have 90 seconds. For the examination also, we'll have such timer for 90 seconds. So it is important that we practice this accordingly in that kind of condition to get good results in the exam. Okay. So the correct evaluation is a D score of 4.7. So no problem with the routine. So I've listed down all the elements, even if it is repetition or if it is not within the best 9 or if it is more than 5 elements from an element group. So it was a very plain routine, very typical parallel bar routine. Okay, so next. All right, we'll go for exercise number 2. So this was a smaller routine. So let's move on to the solution. I hope you would have calculated it by now. Yeah. So a difficulty score of 3.1. So a normal routine, but no tipple because he was hit the apparatus and it was as good as the fall. So it was a non-recognition in case of tipple, and the dismount was just a C class, so you give 0.3 for the EGR. Yeah, and only 8 elements to be considered. So a D score of 3.1. Okay, moving on to the third exercise now. We'll keep the timer at 60 seconds. After 60 seconds, I'll then show the solution. For the purpose of practice, I think we should be even quicker. All right, moving to the solution. The normal routine, except for the straddle forward up to upper arm hang. So no recognition in that. There was again a fall onto the apparatus. Otherwise, it's a normal routine and the difficulty score of 4.5. So there is no change as such in terms as compared to the code of points. Yeah, moving on to the next fourth D exercise. Be careful here. There is a tricky routine. Okay. So now this is a tricky routine, as I mentioned. So if you see the basket to handstand, it was with a quarter turn, which is the same box as a basket to handstand. So then the basket to handstand is now a repetition, no value for that. So it was a repetition. Earlier in the earlier code, it would have been E and this would have been D class, but now it is both the same box. So it's just a repetition. So only one basket to handstand will be counted for D value. And also another change is the dismount, the double salto forward tuck with half turn, which was F value in the previous now it is E class. The D score of 5.6. And the entire routine is listed. Okay, the moving on to the last exercise in D jury. Here we go. Okay, moving on to the solution for this fifth routine on D. D score of 5.3. Again, tippelt, no recognition to the tippelt. And the double salto forward pike. Sorry, double salto backward pike is the same as D class, but otherwise, yeah, only tippelt is where you have to give no recognition. Otherwise, it's a normal straightforward routine. All right, so now we move on to the execution part. We'll again have 5 exercises and we'll have it only 30-second timer for each jury. Yeah, exercise number 1. So in the execution part, actually, there is no change as compared to the previous cycle. It is all the same. Only there is a clarification on the forward uprise. Yeah. So as I had done for D, it's also for the same for the execution. So all the elements have been listed and the deductions have also been mentioned as a possible deduction for each of those elements. So the value is irrelevant. So I think there may be some error on that, but I think the important part is on the execution. So the range for this particular exercise would be around 1.6 to 2.0. All right. Moving on to the next routine. You can see many people getting in the range of 3 or more. The reduction range would be 2.6 to 3.2. So again, I have listed all the elements and you can see the possible deductions clearly mentioned. Yeah, mostly on the dismount. And also after the Healy, the swing to handstand. There was pike body, then there was lowering of legs 2 times, and then a hand adjustment, and then it is supposed to be held. Any swing to handstand is supposed to be held. That is an important reduction in parallel bars. So 0.7 overall reduction in just swing to handstand. Otherwise, basket to handstand, a medium reduction for the deviation from handstand, and then a hand adjustment. In a tippelt, I'll give a visible use of strength as 0.1. Damado again 4 times hand adjustment, so 0.1 into 4 times. And the dismount, large step, 2 large steps, and lack of preparation. The general range will be around 2.6 to 3.2. All right. Next, exercise number 3. Yeah, start. This was a neat routine. I'm seeing some of the deduction exceeding 1 point. So yeah, it is difficult to get more than one. I think it was a very smooth routine, and it will be in the range of 0.4 to 0.6. Mostly because of a time reduction in the L sit. It was not 2 seconds. It was very close. Otherwise, there was no visible error in the entire routine. It was quite good. I'm not sure how people got more than 1 point here. It was just in the basket to handstand a deviation, and then in the dismount there was a hop. All right, moving on to the fourth exercise.
पद्मश्री दीपा करमरकर ट्विटरवर दिला ते उचलतील पब्लिकली केलं तर कोण क्लिअर करणार तिच्यासाठी एवढं केलं सस्पेंड होणार होती ती पाणी हो घेतो बस तुम्ही सगळ्याच ठिकाणी असतं गव्हर्नमेंट सेक्टरच होता हो का तो सुरजीत तिकडे सुरजीतची पटेलात नाही रे तुम्हाला अकॅडमिक मोड टाकलं का त्यांनी तुम्हाला अकॅडमिक मोड टाकलं का अशोक मिश्रा हो हो
Right. So the solution is in the range of 3 to 3.6. Mainly because if you see the Damedov, the hand adjustment 9 times. So there was bent knees. That was clearly 0.5, large error in bent knees. And hand adjustment, if you see, you have to count each time, and it is 9 times. You can see the video again. I think Mawan has sent the link for the entire videos in the presentation on the chat. So you have to, as a judge, you will have to count each time the hand adjustment. Yeah. Otherwise, there is deduction for time in the swing to handstand. Then in the basket to handstand also there are a couple of deductions. Okay. Moving on to the last E exercise. Get ready. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, the reduction would be around in the range of 1.2 to 1.6. So in the first swing to handstand, there was a time error and a little bit pike body. Then some, otherwise it's all deviations, minor deviations, small errors, and in the dismount, a medium error for knees apart. All right. So I just like to give credits. All the videos are available on the FIG YouTube channel, the videos from the World Championships, and their scores are also immediately available. You can very well link the score because there is no change, as I mentioned, in the execution part for parallel bars. It is the same as for the last cycle. And you already, Dr. Han has already mentioned about the STS study, where you have a lot of videos again, and also the TC material, which will be very helpful to prepare for the men's examination. So yeah, thank you very much. And this concludes my presentation. And I hand it over to Dr. Han again for the next one.
Thank you.
It will be Ravshan back for Haiba.
So thank you very much, Deepak Kabra. It's very helpful for all of judges. Thank you very much your presentation. And 10-minute break, and then 7:10. Can we start 7:10? Okay, 10-minute break. So could you, Rafshan, could you speak?
My microphone is better now?
Yes, yes, okay, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so 10-minute break, huh?
Okay, I will start. This is my presentation.
So Rafshan, full screen, please. Full screen, please.
Now it's okay.
No, please. Full screen, please.
Okay. Now it's okay.
No, this is not full. This is not full screen. You can find the full screen menu.
Okay. Razvan, click here, please, on the area I show you.
Lafshan,
Oh,
did you get video file?
yes. Video file is very fast. Is YouTube link, yes?
So when you speak out, your microphone is near, please.
Okay.
Yes. This is not full screen. You can below the right side, you can find the full screen button.
I know. One moment. Now it's okay.
Okay, just start. No full screen, but okay, just start.
I don't know what happened with my computer.
So microphone near you. Yes, please.
I will start. We will consider the change on high bar. High bar contains the first change code of points, rules, and clarification. The second, flight elements and connection bonus. Third, elements that have changed difficulty. And 5D and 5E exercise for practice. We will consider the swing at the beginning of the exercise. A cast consisting a maximum of 3 swings is permitted in order to begin an exercise without deduction. Additional swings will be deducted 0.3. In the first video, we will see 3 swings, no deduction. No deduction.
Lafshan,
Second video. Oh,
Lafshan. Now, no, just you show the first page, no next page. Could you show your next page?
yes.
Next slide.
One moment.
Just page up, page down. Press your page up, page down.
F5. I'm press.
So F5 is the
F5.
full screen. F5.
I know, but I press F5.
Please share the screen first.
Press F5.
Please, F5 to start slide F5, no?
No, I don't know what happened. And press F5.
Okay, so everyone, we are very sorry about this. 10 minutes break. I will fix this problem.
We will start.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. We will consider the change on high bar. Let's talk in more details about. First, change code of points, rules, and clarification. Second, flight elements and connection bonus. Third, elements that have changed difficulty. And 5D, 5E exercise for practice. We will consider the swings at the beginning of the exercise. A cast consisting in a maximum of 3 swings is permitted in order to begin an exercise without deduction. Additional swings will be deducted 0.3. So in the first video, we will see 3 swings, no deduction. In the next video, 2 swings, also no deduction. And last one, in this case, gymnast performed more than 3 swings. It will be a deduction of 0.3. Each movement forward, each movement backward, and the cast are each counted as a swing. Look at the next slide. There were 2 pictures with deduction for angular deviation in code of point 2017-2020. But now is the new 2022-2024 code of points. Deduction and degrees for angular deviation have changed. Here, on this picture, can see new deviation in swings to or through handstand, including any kind of turns. The deductions are 0 to 15, no deduction. 15 to 13, 0.1. 13 to 16, 0.3. And 16 to 19, 0.5. Below horizontal, 0.5 deduction. And not recognition by the D jury. Also, any change for endo in L grip through handstand. For the recognition of this element, the gymnast must start the element in L grip handstand and must go over to the top of the bar in L grip at the end of the element. For example, video. As we seen in the video of endo in L grip, the gymnast hop out to under grip. In this case, element doesn't count. The next video. In this video, and in algorithm, the gymnast go over the top of the bar in algorithm. In this case, the element is recognized. Next clarification for elements Endo, Stalder, Weyler, and Adler. For recognition, this element must continue over the bar in the intended direction. In this video, it's not recognition. Regarding the performance expectation for the exit from the giant, a simple stop exit from dorsal hang is permitted without the angular deviation deduction, but also does not receive any value. What about elements Ribalco or Piatti from Stalder with legs together? They are not permitted. In the new table variation, Stalder with legs together does not include. We can see it on the picture. Does not include. New in the rules, regress Mitkachov half tone or Yamawaki half tone element without sufficient turning and continue to handstand or directly connection to a release element will receive no value. Next slide. Regarding the Tkachov straight, the Tkachov must be performed with a straight body throughout the element until grasping the bar. If the gymnast bends his body greater than 45 degrees before passing over the bar, it will be recognized as a Tkachov pike C. If the gymnast bends his body after passing over the bar, he will receive the D value, but would receive appropriate execution deduction. This video. We will watch video. We saw video. In this video, the gymnast showed good performance. His body is straight before and after passing over the bar. The picture. In this video, we saw that the gymnast bent his body greater than 45 degrees before passing over the bar. In this case, it will recognize a catch of pike, the C value. Next information about connections. Connection points can be awarded only in the following situation: flight plus flight elements and Adler type elements plus flight. Flight plus flight elements C plus C or higher 0.1, D or higher plus D or higher value 0.2 or vice versa. And Adler type elements D or higher value plus D flight elements 0.1 and D or higher value Adler type elements plus E or higher value is 0.2, but must be inside the 10 counting elements. Clarification for connection bonus. Only two Tkachov or Piatti style flight elements are permitted. Only two Kovac style flight elements are permitted. Three of the same style flight elements are only permitted if one is directly connected to any style release. For example, Coleman and after Kovac and Gaylor. It's possible. Coleman plus Kovacs and after casino, Tkachov straight plus Tkachov and after looking, Tkachov plus Ginger and after Tkachov straight and after Piatti. All flight elements is possible. The first video. In this case, gymnast did casino plus coach and separately Coleman. As written in the rules, three of the same style flight elements are only permitted if one is a directly connection. It's possible. Next example. In this case, perform two coach styles and two Tkachov styles. It's possible too. And our next part is difficulty elements that have changed and same box. Now Tkachov straddle and also with half turn in the same box, the C value. We'll watch video. For these flight elements, we only give a C value. Tkachov straight and also with half turn is the same box. This value D in a new code of points. For example, video. For these elements, we give only the value. Next elements are also same. Piatti and half tone is one box is D and Piatti straight and Piatti straight half tone is E value in the new code of point. Move to Yamawaki, element Yamawaki and with half turn to mixed grip on new cycle is value C. The last cycle is Yamawaki was D and Munoz Yamawaki half turn was E value. Next, a new encode of point. All endo, Stalder, Whaler, and keep elements with turn are divided up into elements except Stalder and Ribalco. For example, endo plus full turn to L grip B plus C value. Stalder plus half turn to L grip is B plus B. For example, a gymnast did element endo value B and full turn to L grip is value C. Second video. In this case, we give value E because this is elementary bulk standard does not apply to this rule. New elements for this cycle. Stalder legs together. And also endo. C value. Next element is Tkachov pike value C. In the last cycle, this element was same box with Kachostra in new different. Next element and the in algorithm legs together is value D. This element. Now we have a D exercise for practice. We will watch video and analysis exercise. First video for D. Sorry. Time. Okay, results exercise 1. 2B, 2C, 2D, 3E, 1G. Connection 0.2. Okay. Exercise 2. Nine seconds. exercise 2 results. 1A, 1B, 3C, 5D. Connection bonus is 0, value is 3.2, element groups 20. Next gymnast. Time. Okay. Time is over. 1A, 4C, 4D, 1F. 3.5 values and 2 point element groups. Next one. time is over. A1, A, 3B, 2C, 1D, 2E, and 1G. Values 3.4 and 2-point element groups. Plus one. Okay, time is over. 1B, 5C, 2D, 2E, value 3.5, element groups 0. D exercise and next E exercise. So first exercise E. Please mute Your microphone. Time. Time is over. 3.2 and 3.8 for the exercise. Niyamoki bend, hips, feet, and giant casino, bend, knee, feet, giant palm, feet, 1, feet, 1, schedule straight, bend, hips, feet, and fall. Low amplitude and bend in as deduction. Next exercise. Time. Time is over. It's deductions. 2, 6, 2, 3, 2. Next video.
हाथ नहीं मारो हाँ?
Okay, time. deductions. To 1 to 5. Next video. Time start. Deductions. 1.7 to 2.1. And last video for e-exercise. Time start. At deductions. 1.5 to 1.8. Okay, thank you for attention. I hope that my presentation contains many useful information for you. Thank you very much.
So thank you
Rohan.
very much.
Sorry, my sound problem.
Yeah,
My
sounds
microphone.
not clear, your voice, but anyway, it's a great job.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for your hard working. And then Mohan.
Yes, 1 minute, please.
Yes. Do you
Some-
have a flow exercise video file at the Vimo?
Yes, I have it, so we can maybe share it. And just give me 1 minute, please, for exercise. No, floor exercise I don't have. Let me check it. 1 minute. I have downloaded. It has been. I have it as a PDF here. Maybe I need
only PowerPoint, is it? Only PowerPoint.
Yeah, PDF. I have the two of them. I have to PDF. So
You have a video file, yeah?
So if you can just give me 1 minute, I'm trying to find it.
Okay, 10-minute break, and then if everything's fine with the internet connection and then video file, everything's fine, we are going to have a flow exercise presentation, only 5D exercise, 5E exercise. So 10 minutes break, and then we will check. See you soon. So 8:15, we will start with some problem with the internet connection or some PowerPoints. But anyway, so if you have any questions, please feel free to contact direct me or AGU questionnaire form by email. So thank you very much. So hopefully everyone will have the good result. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye everyone. Have a nice day. Have a nice. Thank you everybody.
Where pa?
Thanks. Bye.
Bless you. Thanks, Mr. Han.
सिक्योरिटी क्लियरेंस हो रही है हर जगह, सिक्योरिटी क्लियरेंस हर जगह हो रही है।